Yeah, they're hitting top form in the best moment of the season, and that could make a difference in the race.
Hello everybody and welcome to another FIF TV video, a bit earlier than usual. I am Dov, he's Vieri.
Hi everybody.
And we've got a fewer questions than normal because last week's video was way too long, so we're going to keep it short and sweet this week. First question is, have Spal opened up the Scudetto race, given Napoli hope again after their draw with Juventus on Saturday?
Well, absolutely. Obviously, because Napoli got the 3 points against Genoa and are now only 2 points behind Juve. And of course, what's important is that whoever wins them all wins the Scudetto. So
gotta catch them all.
The ball is in both players' court right now.
Yeah, that's true. Obviously, it kind of puts even more emphasis on the clash in Turin, Juventus-Napoli. If one team wins that, then they'll pretty much...
Well, we're hoping that they'll get to that point with 1-2 points difference, 3 at most, that, you know, there is a game on. If Juve get to that game with another, somehow 4 points ahead, or if Napoli are ahead in that game, it could mean that, if the draw is a result, it'll make it a little less interesting. What is true is that Juventus have a couple of difficult away games left as well, and Napoli will have some tough games too, so obviously everything's still very much open.
But I think the difference for me is the way the two teams are playing. Juventus equalled a record of 10 consecutive games in Serie without conceding, which was their own record, funnily enough. Whereas Napoli, for me, struggled against Genoa. Like they really, I think they hit the post twice, but it's like what we said last week, that little bit of spark that they had earlier on in the season is gone.
But if anything, it'll come back now, because I think they really needed to get the 3 points no matter how against Genoa.
Well, you did say that. You're like, it doesn't matter how they get them, as long as they get them.
Scrappy, whatever, because now they can look up and think, okay, so we lost against Roma, that was a difficult game, that's fine, we drew at Inter,
it's difficult
doable.
Game.
At home to Genoa, you can't drop any points, we didn't. Whereas Juventus dropped points in one of the games that nobody would have thought. So that kind of gives them a mental boost for the rest of the season. Also, we'll have to see in what way the Champions League weighs on Juve, both mentally and physically. Well,
Real Madrid had a scout at the game against Spal, so he's obviously gone back to Zidane, but this team's rubbish. Don't worry about this.
So, of course, everything obviously is dependent on a lot of factors, but what's important is that the game's on.
Still on. And that year, like I say, all we want is a Scudetto race to go all the way to the last day of the season. That's all
it's the first time in history that two teams go past 73 points at this stage.
Well, the thing is, like, Napoli are going to get something ridiculous, like 100 points or something like that, and they're going to come second. That's going to be the ridiculous thing about this season, is they're going to have their best ever season in their history, and they're not going to win the title. So there you go. Right. What do you think? Scudetto race on? Is it not on? Can they do it? Comments down there. Right, next up. Now, this is obviously in relation to the Champions League. We're going to discount Roma for this because they've pretty much looks like they've got third place sewn up. But how dependent are the Milan clubs on Lazio's form?
Well, yeah, because in the media you read a lot about there's the derby that is basically what Napoli and what Juve Napoli is for the Scudetto race. The derby is for the Champions League race. The difference being there is another team in there, Lazio, who yes did get a very bad result at home to Bologna. People expected them to get a victory in that kind of game, but they are they could be making the most of Lazio, of Inter and Milan, fighting for 5th spot in the end and just grab the 4th place and say bye bye. But obviously right now they're 5th with Inter in 4th, and of course if they manage to stop dropping those kinds of points, I think Lazio will be the ones to get the final chance.
I think if you look at the season overall between those three teams, they've been the ones that's been consistent, played the best football the entire season. You've not really said, they've had a great start and then fell off. They've really been, even now, they're still super consistent.
Absolutely.
And Lucas Leiva again had another good game against Bologna. Right, they didn't get the win, but I think that the team that Simone Inzaghi's built is it's kind of got all the components you need. It's got that solidity at the back of De Vrij. You've got a good keeper in Strakosha. You've got great attacking players like Filipe Anderson, Milinkovic-Savic, who's a revelation, and then you've got the finisher like Immobile. So you've kind of got all the different parts there. He's done really, really well.
I think there's the risk of getting to the Milan derby with Lazio already kind of a couple of points ahead and just kind of bye-bye.
Yeah.
But, it depends a lot. The question is, how dependent are the Milan clubs on Lazio? I think entirely. If Lazio do their job and maintain the consistency, as you said, they'll get the Champions League spot. If they drop points like at home against Bologna another 2 or 3 times, obviously with the game against Inter as well in the final.
Well, it's the last game of the season, Lazio versus Inter, so we could have everything set up for literally a game. What was it, like a €60 million game, or however much money it is? One game for a Champions League spot, so that could be set up very, very nicely. So yeah, Lazio, they're going to be the spanner in the Milan club's works. And then lastly, let's go down to the bottom, because obviously we're going full circle back to Spal. Will Spal stay up?
Well, I mean, right now they're up, and I think they absolutely deserve to. They've showed consistency, like they're basically what Lazio are with the Champions League. They've showed consistency throughout the season. They held on to Semplici, which is the only one with Pecchia, I think, who's...
I think all the fans of Verona want to get rid of Pecchia. Nobody wants Pecchia there, but somehow he's managed to keep his job.
But everyone else there, Cagliari, Sassuolo, Crotone and Benevento all changed coach. Chievo haven't.
They're not going either. Campanelli said after yesterday he was moaning about the referee. The referee was rubbish. He was embarrassing. Terrible.
But they're risking it, and
they were in the relegation zone after Çalhanoğlu scored. I think it was after 10 minutes. They were in the relegation zone because obviously Crotone and stuff like that. Were drawn.
Yeah, exactly. But then I think Hellas now after losing so badly, are obviously risking. Benevento are out of it. If they got a victory against Cagliari, which they almost did, they would have been back in it. But the truth is, out of all the teams from this weekend, the one that comes out on top is Spal. Of course, Sassuolo got a crucial win.
Sassuolo got a crucial win, but the thing is with Spal is they're in the best form of all the teams kind of fighting there. So it's at times where you almost kind of need to be in the right kind of frame of mind, if you like. And they're a team that's in good form. They got a great result against Juve, so they must be thinking, well, we can draw with Juve, we can beat Sassuolo.
Yeah, they're hitting top form in the best moment of the season, and that could make a difference in the race. I think Spal will stay up, and it's just a matter of seeing which one will go down. If it's Sassuolo, if it's Chievo, if it's Crotone.
Let's hope Crotone, everybody. Fingers crossed for Crotone. Right, so short and sweet questions this week. Obviously there's no Serie A at the weekend because you've got Italy International, so look out for a video on the Azzurri by Dov and Vieri. That's us
coming up.
Obviously get on ForzaItalianFootball.com as well. There's some lovely stuff there. There's actually an article written by Tom Probert about the Champions League race, and you can see where he thinks it's going to finish as well, so go and check that out. And you can get some swag, link in the description and on the website as well, so go there. Vieri?
Yeah, where to follow us on social media, and see you for more questions to be answered in 2 weeks' time.
Indeed, so there's nothing else left for me to say apart from arrivederci.
Ciao, ciao.